Man, these Trey Lab headphones ain't that bad though. Ain't a lot.
Welcome to the Cafe A. About to give you live stream play by play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo! Stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, Cafe. Whoa! 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey! Welcome to the Cafe A. About to give you live stream play by play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo! Stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, Cafe. Whoa! 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey!
What up? What up? What up? We live. Live back from New York.
Straight back. I just messed my tweet up, messing with y'all. Messed my tweet all up, man.
Trying to get us on the TV right here, man. Hold up.
Man, listen, I'm trying to get this link out there to get some people up in this thing, and I end up tweeting it before I tweet. Uh-oh, what's the spinning stuff? Well, I don't know. Anyways, how y'all feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm tired, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It was a busy week.
Man, how you feeling, CJ? Man, you look like you in the Twilight Zone right now. we about to tell ghost stories. Uh-oh, Hefe says CJ Mike is dead. What?
Oh, snap. Got us on the TV.
So you mean to tell me you've been talking and can't nobody hear you? All right, everybody drop the hashtag where's CJ.
Uh-oh. Hey yo, I got one objective this entire stream. And that's for me not to jump boxes. I'm trying to stay in one box.
Hey, shrinking box Devin.
Right. Trying to stay in one box this stream.
All right, while CJ getting set up, man, I'm gonna go ahead and initiate the roll call.
Roll call.
So all right, who we got up in here, man? We got Trenton Marshall. Trenton, what up?
Trenton, what up? What's good?
Our Supreme Double X. We got Versatile. We got Versatile. Yo.
Versatile, what's good? What's good?
Tech for your needs. Thanks for stopping through as always.
Appreciate you.
Head of security in this thing, El Jefe. Orlando Theme Park, the usual suspects. Good morning. It's good afternoon where I'm at.
It's almost good night, brother.
That's facts. Creator Spotlight Show. What's up? Mike, what up, man? Thanks for coming.
What up? Bye.
And we got Viper up in here real early. Shout out to Viper. Viper had like a 40-hour live stream yesterday.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And we just got Matt Gissatana that just stopped through. What up,
Matt,
everybody?
What up?
Hey, man, y'all tweet the link out. CJ right now is getting his life together, as we like to call it. Well, yeah, man, tweet the link out, man. Hit the share button. Bring some of your folks through the live stream because this live stream right here is about to be lit, play.
About to be fire.
We got a lot to talk about. So, where is CJ? Let's talk about
that. Hashtag. I ain't gonna lie, CJ. I'm kind of with him on that because, man, I low key I had to set up all of this equipment back again. I had all of this stuff packed away. For those out there that saw the Rap Tech, man, all of this gear that you see, this microphone, There's a whole story about this cable.
Bro, we was in that hotel struggling at 2:00 in the morning.
Struggling, like y'all don't even know. Like we gonna get to all of that, but yeah, just know all of this equipment that you see, man, has to be reset up. So that's probably what CJ going through right now, because I literally just got set up about 10 minutes ago. So
all right, everybody, drop the hashtag where's CJ. Let's get CJ
Ashley
back.
Morel in the
I should
building.
be back in the building, player. I
Oh,
should.
CJ back.
He back
Wait.
with his mood lighting over there.
Trey Marshall said this is TechRec government account. Why you on your government account, bro?
Oh man, he on his government. Oh bro.
Man, you the feds.
Oh man, hey y'all, watch what y'all say.
CJ is back, man.
Hey, can they hear me? Players, can y'all hear a player?
I can
Hey,
hear
yo,
you.
let us know if y'all can. Let us know if y'all can hear CJ. That means you got to talk, CJ.
Yeah, CJ,
Wait,
you
my bad. I
something.
thought I had already said something. Can y'all hear me? In the
Usually
building.
need
Am
to
I
say
in the
something.
building? CJ is low. I'm turning up right now. Hold on. Let me turn up. Turn up. All right. Y'all should hear me pretty loud and in your ear right now.
All
right, there we go. Yo,
I should be in the building.
CJ is back.
Yeah. I'm in the building. They
All right.
said I'm low, though. Oh, there he is. Yeah. I turned up. All right,
You
y'all.
there? That's the spot.
That's the spot. Orlando thing.
I'm here, player.
All right, man. So before we get into the meat and potatoes, man, like I said, y'all go on your Twitter, your Instagram, or newspaper, or smoke signals, whatever it is you're using, and tell your friends to come hop in the stream, man. We got a lot to talk about. And CJ got his. What's that you drinking, CJ?
Hey, man, it's organic peach tea.
You look like
peach green tea, actually. Let me correct that.
I thought that was the Tommy Strong drink. You know how you
Oh,
always
nah,
have the little...
player. Nah, player.
All right, man. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and pop it off since it is 8:07. So I want to talk about today. I think we had some questions from last week, right? Let me just say this. Okay, our apologies in advance because
we definitely missed the stream.
Definitely missed
last Sunday. But I'm sure a lot of y'all saw what was going on. Like, we just couldn't make it. We was out of town. Stuff was going on. We had planned to maybe meet at 368 and do the stream. That didn't end up happening. So, our apologies in advance. I'm sure the entire world was waiting for us. But our apologies for that. So Tech for Your Needs says, how was the event? We're going to talk about that in 1 second. But first, we got to go over our question from last week. That's the structure. We follow that every week. Yeah. So who got the question? Bring us in.
Oh, the question is, it was about dealing with burnout and taking breaks.
Ooh, that's a good question. Who asked that question so we can shout them out?
Oh, man. Oh, player, you getting too deep with it. It's been 2 weeks. Hey, from now on going forward, hey, look, real talk. From now on going forward, we will write down the name of the person that, left the question because we slacking.
Oh, actually, that was I actually got it right here though. It was El Jefe who actually made that. Yeah, dealing with burnout and taking breaks away from the platform.
Oh, see, Devin on this game.
Hey man, I'm taking notes, man. I'm over here taking notes.
Hey, it don't even look like Devin got on the undershirt today. You look like he just won tea.
I think after you roasted him.
Yo, I ain't outside today, man. So
if I'm inside
right now. If I'm inside, man, it's 1 tea only. But when I get outside in that wild, hey man, I can't.
It's too hot, man.
we ain't gonna get to what I saw over there, Terry.
The Midwest is.
Let's just say Terry better start wearing 2 t-shirts.
Oh.
Here we go.
Pros partnerships, brand deals, and companies. Hey, Versatile. I'm gonna hold that question from Versatile. I just want to. We're not gonna ignore that one. I'm gonna let me copy and paste that to the side. I got you, bro.
We definitely got to talk about that. But let me just get the story out there, okay? Just so everybody knows what happened. So I'm always teasing Devin about wearing undershirts because he's 40 years old still wearing an undershirt, and I'm about to put you on blast since you want to put me on blast. So Devin, look, we in the hotel room, right? and Devin changed his shirt.
So you gonna put that one on blast? let's go.
All right. No. We straight.
No.
We straight.
Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No. Go ahead. Let the
I'm
people
gonna
know,
leave it
man.
alone.
We
Nah.
family
Hey,
up in
look.
here.
Hey, I think we need to. Play. I see shots getting fired. I see both of y'all loading up. Hey, let's relax.
Oh, no. I ain't loading up. I want him to tell the story. I ain't loading up. I think it's funny. We're gonna let the family
don't
know.
do it.
All right. I'm gonna let it go. So I usually, no. I ain't gonna do it. But anyways, I always tease Devin about his undershirt. It's just a running joke that we'd have for a few months. Well, anyways, I don't wear undershirts, so we was out, all shooting our respective videos or whatever. And I work out, so I got, I got a chest or whatever. So I had on the t-shirt, and when Devin saw me, it was sweat underneath. I had titties.
He had the underboob sweat.
And then I got a clown for that for a while. So that was the funny part. But yeah, let's talk about this question, because I think it's a great question.
Definitely.
Spend a few minutes
Wait,
on
you
it.
roasted yourself. You didn't even get into the depth.
All
right, let me shut up. All right, let's go.
Hey, don't put me on blast. Like, man, do.
No, I ain't gonna do you like that. Bro.
We good.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
I think who they on now? Are they talking about Terry with the medium or the extra medium? Who we talking about?
That's they that be wearing them medium shirts and them medium headphones he be wearing.
Oh Lord, titty sweat. Oh Lord.
It was funny, man. Man, we had a lot of good laughs that trip, dude. I'm telling you, like, even though we were, we was busy working basically the entire trip. We didn't go kick it. We didn't hang out. We was getting stuff done. The roast session was nonstop. I'm talking about all day long. I think it really
roast
helped.
Session and hunger, y'all.
Yes, definitely hunger. We literally went a whole day without eating.
Yeah, but I thought
that was wild, yo. That was wild.
Extra wild.
It was wild. We went an entire day. We was in 368 struggling.
Yes, sir.
Like when you be hungry for so long, when you finally get some food, you're not even hungry anymore. It was that type of hunger.
Yeah. And all you want to do is go to sleep.
Right.
Hey, y'all, we getting off topic. Let's get back to the question from my man El Jefe. Dealing with burnout and taking breaks. Let's go.
All right, you go first since you brought it up.
We saw you playing with the light sticks, though. All right. Burnout is real. It's 100% something that's very, very real. It happens often, especially I burn out. Like, people don't know because I don't put it out there. I'm not the type of person, like, I don't burn out to the point where I just like lose it or go crazy, but I'll take breaks. You'll never know though, for the most part, because I tend to have content stacked up and I can just release content, but I probably won't be as active on social media. That's my break. Like, if I'm not posting on IG, I'm not posting on or I'm not on Twitter as active, I'm chilling out. Like, I'm not even trying to sit over here at the computer. I'm kind of, I'm taking a breather. So that's how I take my breaks. Anytime it gets to be too much or I get too caught up in the analytics, I take some steps back and I just don't get involved. I might drop a video that and then not even look at the numbers and just walk away. So yeah, you're right, Supreme. Taking breaks are necessary, or else you end up with a burnout. That's 100% fact. So anytime I feel myself getting close to the burnout point, I take a break. Next.
I think it's like writer's block. You know what I'm saying? Like, on YouTube, you are a creator, whether you're an artist or you write essays or anything like that. YouTube is just like any of those, where it gets to a point where you're like, man, I can't take this. And sometimes I get in these ruts where my burnout is like my creativity just goes in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So, CJ, what are you doing?
Hashtag.
Drop
I gotta go get me some pizza, player. Hold on.
Yo, drop that hashtag, y'all.
What you put over the camera? A shirt? He probably put his do-rag. It was probably his do-rag. Burnout is definitely real. It's about being a content creator. You can't let the burnout stop you from creating. I see a lot. I see people tweeting like, I can't get in my groove. I'm a big advocate of that. Like, creating, but in my experience, if I'm forcing, I
Terry, you sounding crazy. I don't know if you're sounding crazy to the people, but you sound like you underwater. You put the do-rag over the camera. Laugh out loud, Supreme.
Bro, can y'all hear Terry?
I think he was going underwater.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was.
There you go.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so say that again.
Basically, in a nutshell, I'm a big advocate.
Yo, you still on the water, Terry.
I can't fix Terry being underwater at the moment. We're gonna have to wait till his internet wanna cooperate. Hey Viper, hey look man, cinematics over here all day, play a live stream or not.
I see that you got the ND filter on.
Right, I'm out of focus. Let me get me in focus.
CJ on the moment lens.
on the anamorphic though.
On the anamorphic.
I mean, but basically like.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Terry, for some reason, as soon as you start trying to like go in, you go underwater for whatever reason.
What about now?
You sound fine now, but as soon as you start trying to talk,
you go underwater. I started to say it. Try it again.
I'm gonna try this one last time. All right, am I good?
Try, player. Hey, look. I'm gonna just say this, man. Y'all need to donate for Terry. Get Terry back to A1 Audio Fund. We gotta get Terry back.
Hashtag
where's Terry Audio?
Here.
Hashtag where's Terry Audio, yo.
All right, so just.
Oh my man. Hey, I think it's your mic, bro.
Yeah, I think it's your mic.
This damn.
No offense to
the Didi brand, but
Didi better get it together.
Hey Matt, if you want this light player, go for it, man. Hey, it's gonna hurt the pocket, but you will love it afterwards. I promise. Thank you, El Jefe, for dropping the link, player. El Jefe was on it, man. Head of security, head of marketing, my man.
El Jefe.
Hold on. Let me disconnect before I slap this computer.
All right, well, I'll go while he's getting his mic situated. For me, man, I would say I do believe burnout is real, but I'm not sure if I necessarily call it burnout. I just think it's kind of like what Terry was saying as far as a writer's block. Like sometimes I do get into like, because I try to make my videos as high quality as I possibly can because I want my brand overall to showcase like the type of videos that I like to create, whether it's a rap tech video or whether
Devin,
it's whatever. What up?
Before you go on this writer's block spill, you don't ever just get sick and tired of this SHIT? You don't never just be like, I'm done. Well, hold up, player. Jefe, thank you, player, for the
El Jefe. Appreciate your paper.
Oh, thank you, El Jefe. Appreciate you, dog.
Hey, Orlando said, Terry, you might be clipping. Try lowering your volume.
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay.
And it just worked. See?
And it worked. Shout out to Orlando.
Big facts. You want to come take my job, player? He over here trying to engineer. Man, let me.
No, like CJ, to answer your question, like.
Okay,
I look at like burnout as like something that I don't not necessarily love to do. Like, for example, like.
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you, do you ever get sick and tired of this SHIT?
I may get sick and tired of sometimes the business side of it, but not necessarily the creating side of it. Like sometimes the business side of it can get a little on your nerves a little bit. Sometimes how companies respond, sometimes like they may not mess with you and then come a few months down the road, here they come type of thing. I think the back and forth and the fickleness of it will make me be like, I'm over it. But I think as far as like, just creating something and putting something dope out there, whether it gets the hits. Now, or sometimes like you put a whole lot of effort in the videos and you just be like, I'm out. Like don't nobody care about the content. You do get those moments, but I don't know if it's ever to a point where I'm like, I'm done with everything. Like I'll never create again type of burnout, but I'll get those, hey, I may need to take a week and a half type of break, but I don't know if I necessarily call it a burnout. I think I call it just, I don't know, regenerating the juices again. I don't know.
Yeah, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Sound perfect.
Yeah, so I think I was definitely clipping, but
Oh,
creator burnout.
Uh, uh, hold on, go
Seriously?
again.
well,
You for a little bit, you was.
All right, let me back up. What about now? Am I okay? Testing,
Nah,
testing.
I would try to unplug it. See what.
I
See.
did that already. Man, I'm about to just throw the whole stream away.
You
nah,
still
it
using the?
sound fine
Still using
now.
that?
It's crazy. It's funny. It's like as soon as you start trying to go in, hey, it's a conspiracy, y'all. Hey, somebody hacking Terry, yo. Who don't want Terry to talk, man? Who don't want somebody not trying to
It
get that
must be a Terry
tonight?
Warfield hater in there.
Somebody not trying to get that Terry work tonight, bro.
El Jefe say burnout is real. I hit a few rough patches this year. July was tough, but I'm back in the game full force right now. Just dropped my fourth video in 7 days. I see you, El Jefe. Got more on the way. I'm trying to get to this bag. Hey, I hear you, El Jefe.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Bro, what is going on? Now CJ audio messed up. What the hell?
Oh wait, I ate it. Oh no, no, I know why mine's is. My bad, y'all. That's my fault. Uh, yeah, my fault. My audio not down. I had turned it down. I forgot to turn it back up. My fault.
Basically, all I'm trying to say is what happened to everybody.
Yeah,
And you just got to
Skype
deal with
is
it.
playing games. Skype big hating right now. Um, Terry, you want to try? You want to try one more time?
Hey, all right, this is the last time ever.
Last
Next time,
time we moving on.
I'm going to rage quit the next time.
Nah, you gonna have to get
This
a
is,
new. You just gotta switch your
this
setup
is,
if this don't work.
bro, this is worse than Devin's screen switching size.
I know.
I think the way I avoid burnout is to create when I want to. Like, I know a lot of people create on schedules. A lot of people, say I got to upload every Tuesday and stuff like that. Creatively, like, I just don't operate like that. If I force myself to create something that's not there, it'll be crap. So the way I avoid burnout is, basically create when I want to, but creator burnout is real. It'll happen to the worst of us. It'll happen to the best of us. The main thing is just when you back, man. Believe me, the world will not stop if you take a week break from uploading. Take a week off YouTube. Focus on personal life, family, and stuff like that, and then come back after a week, and you will notice that your creativity is through the roof.
All right, let me address a couple questions in the or a couple comments down here.
DJ, what you
Eric,
eating? Relish
pizza,
sticks?
man, pizza, player. My bad. All right, Eric Drummond was saying, "I wish I had a team so I could just focus on purely creating, but who knows? Maybe one day. I bet we all. Maybe
all
one
wish we
day
had
though,
a team.
player. Hang on to that.
Right.
Also, versatile. Oh wait.
Yeah, versatile.
Versatile was saying, balancing work with creating is what can create similar moments for me. Hey, I already know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Big facts. Tech Rant was saying best way to avoid burnout is to only look at your analytics once a week. But then that's 50-50 because analytics can help you know what's going on and what you need to do, and they can also drive you crazy. So I'm with you 50-50 on that one.
I don't think anything wrong with analytics. I feel like once you look at them so long, you start to subconsciously create for the algorithm instead of creating for yourself. So
I
as long
agree to
as
that.
you can keep those two separate, because like CJ said, like to help you, you know what I'm saying? As long as you,
Terry, you got to switch up your mic,
Yeah, you
player.
got to switch the mic.
man,
Versatile said one video a week with the
Yeah.
possibility of other videos during that week helps me avoid burnout.
That's a good
Yeah,
strategy.
I agree to that. But I will say that to that though, like if you are starting out on a channel, sometimes one video a week may not be enough when you're first getting going. Just because of you're still trying to get the algorithm to know who you are, get the audience to know what your content about. So, but I agree to that strategy though.
Hey, what Orlando said is key. Like he says, he writes everything down so he could just kind of walk away and just be in the present moment with his family or whatever he's doing. That's good because when you have a plan, you don't have to like stress it or worry because it's already in place.
Yep.
What you doing?
All right, what about this?
Oh yeah, we A1. A1 up in there.
You in there now?
Listen, ain't that crazy that I'm using a regular pair of headphones?
Hey man, sometimes when we try to get too
more,
fancy,
I'm over here trying to get all fancy, and all I did was plug in a pair of damn earbuds.
and it's super clear. So we did. Go offline, man. That's YouTube. Hey man, who DDoSing the streamer? Who hating, Claire? Somebody hating.
All right, there we go. We back on.
We back
All right, we back. All right.
Somebody pull the cord.
Yeah, we might have to do StreamYard. I saw somebody putting that down in Skype. Big hating. Yeah,
all right,
Skype.
well, we talked about that. Let's talk about first thing before we move subjects, man. If anybody would like to contribute to the stream, whether it's a penny, whether it's $1 million, $1 million, go ahead and do that, man. Just CJ, drop the link for him, man. If anybody would like to contribute, or not, we definitely appreciate it. But we will be moving
on it. Hefe dropped the link. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you, Hefe.
It's Viper, chill out, man. We trying to get it together. We ain't got 9-hour streaming experience like you do. So I'm gonna need you to sit your ass down. Is what I'm gonna need you to do, Viper. All right. So what I want to talk about our last week. You know what I'm saying? Because we was kind of hush up until we actually landed in New York.
Yeah.
So I feel like, man, we had a very, very productive trip. So I want to talk about the trip. Y'all want to talk about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So first of all, shut up, Viper. No audio.
There's the dudes on the earbuds.
Listen, well, you know what, Viper? Why don't you send me those new snazzy headphones you just got? Those Sonys. How about that?
Hey, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna really look in the StreamYard before next week's stream, you guys, because Skype has been kind of failing us since we started. It's been making it look like it's me, but it's been Skype, y'all. I'm telling y'all, players. So yeah, I'm gonna look at StreamYard for real.
Yep.
Earbuds for the win. Yep, Tech Rant.
Hey, listen here. I guess it'll be earbuds going forward. But yeah, so I mean, I guess we could kind of talk about the last week because I'm sure inquiring minds may want to know. But so basically, all three of us got an invite to Samsung Unpack, which is dope. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the second to last. Whoa, what?
Josh Keonis just dropped that bag on us.
Josh Keonis, appreciate you, brother.
The building.
Give me my money.
Josh,
Give me my
Josh
money.
is killing it, man.
Yo, killing it right now.
Wait. And Matt, I'm sorry, Matt, I can't enunciate your last name, but my man Matt, player, just dropped that paper. Respect, y'all. Thank y'all.
Give me my money.
Paper, appreciate you.
Hey, do the paper dance, Devin. Go ahead and do it.
Oh, man, I ain't got one yet, but I'll have one next week.
But yeah, so basically we got an invitation to Samsung Unpack. And I just want to throw this out there, like in case y'all didn't watch my second to last video, right? So this was something like the last time. First of all, I've been trying to get into Unpack for 3 years running, right? We've all been trying to get into Unpack. So last Samsung Unpack, we was all, like, oh man, it's not that we all love Samsung. So a lot of times we get hate on Twitter for repping Samsung so much, XYZ. That's because we love what they do, man. We not, sponsored by them or anything like that. I like repping what I like to use, and I love Samsung devices. I don't care if they watch the stream or not. I've always been a big Samsung fan. So we all, was kind of salty the last go round that we didn't get an invitation. So we all sat together collectively and we're like, yo, next Unpack, we're going to be there. And the reason I'm saying that is because to me, that's super powerful that all three of us, three individual people all said the same thing and look at what happened. We accomplished it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to brag. That's not to boast. That's to, to provide insight that if you want something bad enough, all you got to do is work for it. All you got to do is believe in it, and you can attract what you want. And that's essentially what we did. So, we got invited to Samsung Unpack. And basically what happened is while we were in New York, You know, we wanted to have other opportunities lined up. Devin and CJ had some dope stuff lined up. We had some dope stuff lined up collectively, which we'll be telling y'all some good news that will be coming to this stream soon. But, you know, that's basically what our entire week was like. So I'll shut up now and then let somebody else,
I just want to read what El Jefe
Yeah.
said. He said he was super excited to see you fellas out there. I had to sneak in with Jason for the S10 event. But for real, seeing y'all there inspired many of us out here, my dudes. Much respect. Respect, El Jefe,
Hey,
for real, for real.
appreciate you, Hefe.
Respect, dog. Big
Yeah,
respect.
to me, man, like Unpack, just overall, just from my experience with it, like exactly what Terry was saying. Like it's one of those things, man. It's manifesting your destiny. Like it was one of those things where, for sure, when the S10 happened, um, I was like, man, I really want to be in that building. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make the proper moves that I need to make from that event to the Unpacked event that we just went to, and try to make that actually happen. Now, the powers to be of how all of it came together. I mean, I guess it's more just a positive energy that's put out there that made it happen. But man, I'm super, super grateful that we all had the opportunity to go out there, because I'm telling y'all now, man, like it is a dope experience. Like I said, we were out there for a whole week. We had some other things, that we was fortunate enough to be a part of. After parties that we were invited into, that were exclusive, and I mean, it was just some dope stuff, man. And yeah, man, I'm just like I said, it's a dope experience from the phone release, from the people that you meet. I think that was one of the most dopest things, because it was like being able to be around, number one, like-minded people, whether they big, small, or whatever. Like it was just all love. And that was one of the biggest things that I take away from the entire experience, was just the love from other creators that were out there, man. Like having dinner with certain people, and going to lunch with certain people, breakfast with certain people. Like it was just all around just love, man. And it was also a learning experience to see and watch how people in this space move. And I think it's one of the things that all three of us can take away from the event, is what we studied while we were out there as well. Because, granted, we went out there, had a whole lot of fun, but at the same time, we were also students of the game too. So we were also learning kind of how people move, and things to do for possibly the next time we get the invitation. Yeah, it was a learning experience, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie, like we worked like crazy. Like I'm talking going to bed at 2 a.m. because we editing, or we're filming, or we're taking pictures, or getting things together for the next morning, and then having to be up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Because we either want to shoot, or we got a meeting, or whatever. So like the grind was real, although we did have fun, but at the same time, like it was work. Like like it's not what I mean, it was fun, like I said, but it is a lot of work if you want to benefit and get the most out of it. Granted, you can go there and just kick, you can go there and just kick it, but you also gotta, there's a yin and yang to everything. So for us,
I think my battery died. That's still the same battery from when we was in New York. Hold on, I got a full one. Hold on, I hope.
But yeah, man, like it was one of those things, man. It's like you could go there and kick it, or you can go there and work. And so it all depends on what you want, out of it. And so for us, it was a good mixture of both, but more so it was more work than play. So, but all in all, man, it was a dope experience.
I will say this, man. Like being I mean, and this is about to sound crazy, right? But when you walking through the lines, getting in there, knowing that, CJ is back, baby, CJ is back. But when you going through there, it's a really, really euphoric feeling. Like walking through those lines, getting a custom invitation, knowing that you got picked to be a part of this event that a lot of people didn't get that invitation for, and it was very humbling. You know what I'm saying? It was very eye-opening to see the scale of what. We see Unpacked and stuff from live streams and stuff like that, but you don't understand the scale of things until you're there. And it was very humbling for me, and I'm super grateful for that opportunity and all the other opportunities that we get. But it's definitely made you feel good walking through the lines, absorbing the feels, people, calling you out by name. I know CJ had like 5 call outs while they were there, and I had people running to like, oh snap, that's CJ knows tech. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a dope feeling, man. I'm definitely thankful for that experience.
Yo, I gotta jump in here real quick. Eric Drummond, he said that it kind of reminds me of that book called The Secret. It's all about attracting the energy that you want from the universe.
Major facts.
Eric, I definitely read that book about 5 years ago. I'm telling you right now, everybody that is in this chat, including my bros right here, yo, definitely read that book. I highly recommend it. It basically talks about basically putting the energy out there of what you see as attainable versus, using your subconscious mind to your, what is it? The super conscious mind, I believe is what it talked about. Yeah. It's a really, really dope book. So Eric, shout out to Eric, man. Not a lot of people even know about that book. That book is literally a secret.
Let me piggyback off of that. They have a documentary. A lot of gems in that book. They have a documentary that they made around The Secret, which is how I experienced it. I didn't read the book, but I saw the documentary. And a lot of times y'all hear me saying stuff like, put positive energy out there. It will return to you. And you don't have to believe in the universe. You don't have to believe in religion. But I will tell you something, that if you speak positive, even if you don't believe any of that stuff, you don't have to believe in religion, God, none of that stuff. But if you speak positive, you will subconsciously seek positive. And that's what The Secret is all about. If you just change your mindset, I've said this before, waking up in the morning like, oh man, I don't have no money. And instead of thinking like that, saying, you know what, well, even though I don't have no money, I'm grateful for this car. I still had a job to get to work. Or I'm grateful that I have this job to even go to. Like, just those small changes in thinking can yield a ton of results, man. That's where I got that from. Is The Secret.
Yep. All right, y'all. Let me give
we've been rambling on.
My little 2 cents. All right, look. Number one, I will say this. Because Terry was talking about some people feel some type of way about people reaching out to Samsung or atting Samsung. Just think about this. How many other big smartphone brands are rocking with small creators or creators just in general, the way Samsung is? You got to look at that. You got to look at brands that actually support creators and what creators do, and you got to take note of that. You got to respect that. And those are the type of brands that I don't mind aligning or associate myself with in any way, shape, form, and fashion. You support creators. I'm a creator, and creators support your brand. So it's a exchange of even value. Also, another thing, like everyone's talking about, manifesting thoughts and everything, 100%. But I also want to include this. It's all about believing in yourself, having faith in yourself, and then it's about putting in the work behind it. Because I promise you, like, the journey is always like this. It's like you'll have these highs, and then what you expect to happen or come, it won't come. And then it's in that low point where the universe is testing you. And that's where it matters to keep going because, man, like I'm telling you, man, even getting to this event and all that, like think about it. What was that? Was that the Note 9 event? My face was on the screen of Unpacked. Terry been on Unpacked screen, I think, twice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, people have perceptions about all of this. You think, oh, these guys, you guys don't even know the half of the struggle and the grind that goes behind these small feats right now. There's some bigger ones coming, trust me. So I just want to encourage everyone, like, just keep going, just keep believing, keep having faith. Because, like I said, I was on the big screen on Unpack. Yeah, I wasn't even in Unpack. But, like, you got two ways to take that. You either get salty and feel some type of way, or you put your head down, you grind, and be like, yo, I'm going to make sure I'm in there the next time they hold one or in the future. So it's two ways to think about things, and it's also putting that grind behind it. I just want to make sure everyone, like, holds on to that. Like, you really, really got to keep going.
You said something that really is about to get me started, and I'm about to do it. So, listen, I get so tired of seeing people talk crap about, all right, if I tweet Samsung 20 times a day trying to get their attention, why do you care? Why do you care? It is so easy if you don't like what I'm doing to unfollow me, to unsubscribe from my channel, because I understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You might not like how I reach out to Samsung or Google, but to step back and really take a look at it.
Hey, real quick, before you keep going, let me just give love to the Creator Spotlight for donating.
Spotlight.
Appreciate you, Slam.
Give me my money.
Paper.
But CJ, I gotta.
Go ahead, keep going.
But it's like,
him,
as a
Terry.
grown man, why
Get
do
him.
you care of what I'm
Get
doing?
him.
Woo.
Why do you have so much? Why are you so enthralled with me to the point where what I'm doing to try to advance my career makes you upset? If you don't like it, please, and this goes for anybody. And I'm gonna throw this out there. If you don't like that, I reach out to Samsung, because a lot of y'all will just subtweet or whatever. If you don't like it, please just unfollow, because I'm gonna do whatever I think I got to do to get myself to the next level. You ain't
Talk
paying
to
my
him.
bills. You ain't helping me get to none of my goals. You're not a part of my goals. So why hate? Like, I just don't get it. If I don't like what somebody's doing, I got one or two options. I can either just deal with it, or I can unfollow. But to sit there and hate on another man that's trying to advance himself and be better, it's just straight girl stuff to me. And I don't care who don't like it. It's female tendencies. I don't understand it. Rant over.
Grand opening, grand closing.
We grown ups, and you people sitting here hating on another man that want to do better for himself. Where do they do that at? That's a hater for you. If what I'm doing, and I'm sorry if I keep going, if what I'm doing
Amen. Preach,
intimidates
brother.
you, what I'm doing intimidates you, or it makes you feel some type of way, then I'm not the problem. You're the problem. It's not me. It's the fact that you're that mad that you're sitting there not doing nothing, and the only thing you could do is hate on me, instead of taking that energy and investing it back into yourself and saying, you know what, let me focus and concentrate on me instead of what another grown man is doing. Okay.
Terry just put those hands on those haters.
Right.
I'm sorry, I gotta.
Terry vein popping out of his neck.
What, man? I'm tired of holding my tongue about it. I don't do it on Twitter because I know there are companies watching. But now that we're on our live stream, you know what? I'm just sick of it, man. Y'all haters out there, shut up. If you don't have nothing positive to say on somebody else's journey, then shut up, or unsubscribe.
I think it's one of those things, man, that people get caught up into the simple fact of, like, you can be honest with your audience without necessarily being negative about a brand. Because I think this is something I've kind of wanted to talk about for a while, because I work in corporate America, as a lot of people I'm sure out there do. And the thing about it, if you go to work and you say negative things about that corporate brand, 9 times out of 10, if you're publicly going out there saying negative things about that brand, most likely they're probably going to fire you and don't want to have anything to do or deal with you. I think a lot of time creators get into this mode of, I gotta be real, quote unquote real. I think there's a way of being real to your audience without not necessarily coming off negative. I think sometimes we in this creators in this tech space, we take a lot of products that we take a lot of products that we get, whether it's a phone or headphones or whatever, lights, cameras, whatever. We have to still sometimes appreciate the technology that is in that, because I can guarantee you, as a person who is a developer, I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, the creators that are talking about these brands cannot develop these products that we're reviewing. So we also have to look at some of the technology that go into it and realize how complicated this stuff really is and what they're pushing out as fast as they're pushing out. So my thing is, I'm all for wanting brands to succeed, not necessarily turn down, because I feel like people who truly love technology, you're not going to be rooting for these brands to fail. You're going to say things like, hey, I want to see this in the next iteration versus, oh, this phone sucks. Or, oh, they could have put this in there. It's like, how about we just let these brands do what they're doing? Not saying that we can't provide constructive feedback for them. I just think there's a way or a method of going about doing it, because at the same time, we as creators have to still realize that these are still corporate brands. They're not going to want to work with people who are 100% negative all the time talking about their brand. It's just not going to fit well. Like, if you, for example, if you out there, everybody that's out there watching, if you had a product that you're trying to sell, and if a person kept coming onto social media or kept coming onto their pages or any of their social platforms and was negatively just downplaying every single thing that came out about that brand, would you actually invite them to your events? Or
Absolutely
would
not.
you most likely wouldn't. So why do we feel sometimes as creators that these brands is going to do that same thing when some people are negatively representing these brands on the platforms. For me personally, I still think there's a way of being real about a product and relaying that to your audience of things that you would want to see in the next one without necessarily being negative. I think there's a difference of being negative and providing constructive feedback to these brands to want to see them propel and do better.
Hey, let me point out something Matt said. Matt said, I love technology too much to not enjoy the competition. Thank you. Let me tell you what the translation of that is. Do not be a technology snob. I'm sick of you. Nah, but real talk. Let me just say, hey, I 100% agree with you, Matt. That's how I live. I love technology. Why am I going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm sticking to one brand. I'm just hate on that brand. Yo, they got something dope that this brand don't do. Guess what? I'm going to get that dopeness in my life. That's why I keep one Android, one iOS. I'm good. I got balance. You know what I'm saying, player? Hey, all of you other crazy, you know who y'all is? Man, hey, y'all just do that and y'all do that over there, but I'm going to enjoy all this technology.
Yep.
Don't be a technology snob.
There was one other comment I wanted to RP3 said they're spying on your moves. They actually scared of your come up. So I think that's absolutely true. And this goes for family. This goes for friends. This goes for fellow creators. Listen, when you Viper,
I know.
but the facts
Viper, I
facts.
love you, player.
Yeah, the facts are the facts, right? In your life, man, when you doing something, you're gonna have two people. You're gonna have people who are happy for you and want you to succeed, or you're gonna have people who are intimidated by what you might accomplish. And it's either one of those two things. The people that are intimidated by what you might accomplish, those are the people that hate on you the most, because the people that want you to succeed, they're not sitting there hating on you. The second thing I want to bring up is people who are making moves do not have time to sit around and hate. You don't see Casey Neistat with his rich ass sitting around hating on people. You don't see anybody else that's making moves, sitting around hating on another person's journey, whether they agree with it or not. So that's all I'm gonna say. Brand loyalty is real. And I'm only saying that because Tech for Your Needs just brought it up. I have no loyalty to Samsung. I just enjoy Samsung products, and I don't mind telling people about it. I'm not sponsored by Sony. However, I love Sony cameras, and I don't mind telling them about it. The day where somebody calls me and says, Terry, this is how much we'll pay you to only rep Samsung or only rep Sony or whatever it is the day I'll shut up about other brands. For now, I'm tweeting about what I like. I'm sharing about what I like, and Samsung and Sony and Google are just the three things that I'm a big fan of right now.
Yep. Because they all coming out with dope stuff.
You left one out of there, player. We need to get Terry on Apple, player. Look, man.
Apple,
hey, I'm sorry. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I was just talking about the iMessage. I'm trolling.
You
Jay over there with the green bubbles.
I see what you did there.
Hey, Viper, you know what? I want to commend and respect Viper, because like today he was talking about how he realized that he's been a little too pessimistic in his content, and sometimes he's aiming to change that, and I respect that. Like me, I always try to just like sit back and I try to look at both sides before I speak. Like I do that with everything in life. What do you call that? Anyways, that's a hint to life, y'all. That's a key to life. Always balance out pros and cons to all decisions if you can. Try to do it, you know what I mean? That's how you make better decisions. But, you know, when I look at tech, okay, you can either focus on what we didn't get, or you can look at what we got as well and kind of like balance those out. Well, hey, maybe we didn't get this, and yeah, I'm going to point that out, but also, hey, I got this and I do love this. Like, you definitely got to have some optimism. You can't just be all salty. How are you going to enjoy it? You just spent X amount of dollars. Like, you better find the joy in that joint, or what you wilding for, man? Come on. So, optimism for sure in the tech community is a necessity.
I don't think it's anything wrong with, and I say this loosely, right? Because I think pessimism is something that you can't avoid, because it's a natural feeling in life. But it all boils down to what you do about it. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and you just drown in pessimism, like, first of all, nobody wants to deal with you. Nobody wants to be around you. And the flip side to that is, if you do realize that you're being a pessimist, that's cool. But like Viper just did, I'm being too pessimistic. Let me turn it around. And that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. So I got, major respect for that. And it take balls to come out publicly and say that. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. Y'all want to touch on this anymore? Because I want to talk about this Note 10 real quick.
Oh, let's get there.
Oh, well, let's get there. So somebody.
Well, you know what, Terry? One more thing, because I feel like you would appreciate this comment. I mean, I don't mean to keep harking on this, but RP3, I also want to point him out. He said he's too busy trying to learn from other creators. Don't have time to hate when my book is still being written. So basically, he's staying busy. When you stay busy and you grinding, you focus on something, you don't even see the left, the right, the forward. All you see is what's forward and what's ahead of you and where you're trying to go. That's another way to stay, that's another way to stay focused and stay balanced. And it should be 20 likes. That's right, RP3. It's 20 people over here. It should be 20 likes. Smash that like button.
20 shares, baby. I just think on live stream when you see a YouTube video, you kind of program to like. I don't think we had that same mentality for live stream. So we could tell y'all like it by the context and comments in the comment section. But it don't hurt to go ahead and hit that like button, player. It don't hurt to do it. So let's talk about this Note 10. Before we switch subject, drop the link if anybody want to donate, if anybody want to support Creator Cafe. We definitely appreciate it, man. CJ or Hefe or somebody drop.
I got it coming. I think Hefe doing his thing. My man, my head.
So go ahead, drop that. So we might as well, just so y'all know,
Hefe still in the building. Respect that,
man. That's what I'm talking. But so we all got to spend some time with the Galaxy Note 10. You can hit all our channels up to see our respective perspectives on the device and what we think about it. And we all put our own creative sauce on there. So make sure you go check them out. But I did want to talk about the Note 10 real quick because I really think it's a killer phone. And it's not perfect.
Hey, everybody, put your opinion in the chat. How you feel about the Note 10? 100%, be honest. Just go ahead and leave it in the chat. I want to see what you guys think about it.
So I'll give my initial impressions, and then we can walk around the table. I think the Note 10, the Plus, is a killer phone. I'm not really thrilled about the standard Note 10 because I just feel like it's the Note 10e, and if I'm getting a Note, I want the Note experience. I don't want to strip down Note. So I think the Note 10 is freaking amazing. Things I would have liked to see in it. I would have liked to see 90 hertz. I know I'm splitting hairs here, first world problems, but I would have liked to see 90 hertz. But that screen is really something to marvel at. I think it's the Galaxy S10 on steroids. It's got the S Pen. It's got the new air gestures. I think the camera's decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sold on the live focus and video yet. I think the idealism or the concept of it is dope, but practical use, when I actually use it, it ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Especially like me and CJ was talking earlier. Like, how real bokeh mode, how real bokeh looks when you're using the camera and lens. And I get that it's electronic. It's not going to be able to perfectly imitate it, but it ain't it, player. I'm just going to throw it out there. It ain't it yet, player. Now, the actual portrait mode for photos is dope. It's a lot better than the S10. I will throw that out there. Overall, I do think it is a complete freaking package. When you're talking about the Note 10 Plus, nobody's gonna buy the regular Note 10, and if you do, you're an idiot. You might as well just get the S10. No, I'm sorry, that was mean. I shouldn't say that. Y'all know why I shouldn't have said that. Because you're not an idiot. I just don't agree.
Everybody who bought the Note 10, go and leave it. Put hashtag Note 10 if you bought the regular Note 10 in the chat.
Yo, Viper said the regular Note 10 is a participation trophy.
Just to say that's I funny.
Got one. My impression about the Note 10, man, there's a couple things from what they announced is what I want to try. So the Note 10, of course, we had some additional time after the event, the next day after the event, to be able to mess around with it, whatever, a little more. I think it looks dope. A lot of people is talking about the Note 10, the regular one, as far as the screen by it being 1080p. I'm gonna tell you right now, that screen, I've had both of them in my hands. That 1080 screen looks fine. There's nothing wrong with the 1080p screen at all. Most of the people anyway is watching content in 1080p anyway, if not lower resolution or 480 or 720. So 1080 is still relevant because I can tell you now probably 70 to 80% of people in the world probably still owns a 1080p TV and haven't even bumped up to 4K TV. All of my majority of the TVs in my house is 1080p, except for the TCL TV that I got. Shout out to TCL. But yeah, so I mean, I think the 1080p screen is fine. People, they got to lay off of that. Like Terry said, live focus mode for photos, it's dope. I like it. It's definitely rivaling the Pixel. Will I say it's better than the Pixel? That, I mean, y'all gonna have to wait on my video from when that drops. But I think it's at least in the conversation. Let's see what else we got. For video, live photos for video or whatever. I don't think it's there. I still think they need more work with that. But again, what I believe with software updates, they're probably going to improve on that over time. As you know, most people get them. They'll be able to, upgrade that. What else they got? Let's see. With the S Pen, they made some huge improvements with the S Pen that I like. The Air Gesture feature I thought was dope. There's no other phone out there that's even doing that. So that's a big move by Samsung doing that. And it works to me. When I used it, once you learn how to use it, because it is a learning curve with it. Once you learn how to use it, it works flawless. I don't know the actual distance range with you being, for those out there, let me back up. For those out there that don't know what the Air Justice is, basically you could take the S Pen out and you take the S Pen out of your phone and you can literally navigate, get a whole review right here. You can basically navigate, you get a live video. But you can basically navigate your screen using the S Pen without actually touching the screen. It's basically what you can do. But I think it's dope. What else we got? Tab S6, I think was dope too. The Tab S6, I think is dope. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that new laptop they dropped. I think I kind of want to try that. Lap. They've been getting me on that, man. The laptop, when that dropped, I thought that was dope too. But that battery power, they say it's supposed to last 23 hours. I don't know about that. That's a little much, but we'll see. But overall, I think it's dope.
CJ, sir?
Well, since Devin gave a full review on the live stream, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all want to watch my opinion, you better hit subscribe on my channel, player, because I ain't giving you nothing.
Facts.
Facts. I'm gonna just say this just to speak up on the 10. I know a lot, it's been getting a little rough, little reputation, but let's be realistic, man. Let's talk about the general consumer, man. They probably don't want the Note 10 in all of its glory. They probably want a stripped down version, but they get the S Pen. This is for people. What? This is like the entry. This how you bait them in a little bit. Just like the 10R got people into the iOS ecosystem slowly but surely. Like the Note 10 is gonna get people who are curious about the Note into that Note hemisphere just enough to see if they really want to do it. What's up, friend?
See, like that, CJ. I don't want to interrupt real quick, but
I ain't got much to say. I just want to say players need to go light on the Note 10 player, because look, they got the colors on the Note 10, man. I'm super salty that red was on the Note 10 and not the Plus. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because your boy, look, glow. Hey, but the R Glow is dope. But hey, if they would have had red on the Plus player, I don't know, because that red was looking gorgeous on the 10. Oh my. Yep. So yeah, man. Hey man, y'all relax, man. Don't become a technology snob over here hating on the 1080 screen player. Look, the 10R was the #1 selling smartphone, and what do you have on it? Oh, enough said. Mic drop. Oh, I can't drop my mic, but
Hold on, let me make the mic drop sound.
Oh, pow, there it is.
Hey, I just want to throw this out there. So real quick, my daughter think everything is CJ, right? And CJ, don't make me kill you, okay? So if I get a package, she'd be like, "Dad, is that from CJ?" Like every person I'm going to talk to, are you talking to CJ, Dad? Yeah, I think the Note 10, like I said, y'all make sure y'all check our channels out, man. We all got our reviews up. We made some content. And big shout out to Samsung for please, Terry, please don't touch your mic. Shut up, man. But yeah, big shout out to Samsung for, we got to spend a lot of time with the devices that a lot of people didn't get. So big shout out to Samsung on that.
definitely got some fire content coming in the cut. In the cut.
Most definitely.
Hi, how
Okay.
you doing?
Hey, hi, it's time to go. Time to go. No, 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 no. No, there's no.
I heard you. Tell her I heard her. I heard you.
All right,
I
CJ
heard
said he. Okay, bye bye.
I heard you.
But before we turn this last corner, um, anybody else want to say anything about the note?
It's dope, man. Who out there's I want to know who out there that's actually pre-ordered already. Drop a
So
comment.
look,
I'm
gonna read some comments. I'm gonna read some of the comments on the note, cause all right. So Orlando said, "Love the camera, hate the price." Versatile said, "Note 10 Plus is straight fire." 3 fire emojis. Eric Drummond said, "Honestly, I feel like it should have been one device this year in the Note 10 Plus, and year in the Note 10 Plus, and it should have been." I guess he's saying that, but I understand these companies are out here trying to make money. TGH factor is high on the Note 10 Plus. I still want one though. What's TGH mean? I don't know what that means. Hefe, clear that up for me. Everyone that bought the Note 10 making phone calls to switch to the Plus. Note 10 Plus, I like what Samsung brought to the table. Honest reason I'm not getting one is because of funds, money, just being real. Respect your honesty. Tech for your needs. Matt said, "Are y'all going to use the Note 10, the Note Plus to make content, thumbnails, videos, etc.?" I actually want to test that. I might do something on that. El Jefe kept saying the PPI patrol called and said the 1080p screen is legit. I can confirm it's Samsung.
Definitely
Gunning
legit.
for the Galaxy Active 2. Me too, player. Yes, I didn't have experience with it, Tech Vendors, but I'm definitely trying to get it. And then I have a question for y'all. Do you feel that Samsung has gotten better with their overall system updates over time, or do you still feel like they can improve?
I think they've gotten a lot better. Now, what I don't like is the support for older devices. That's what I don't like. So I don't like how, like, if you have a Note 8 or a Note, any older phone, like, I just don't like. That's one thing I love about Apple. When everybody get their updates, they get their updates at the same damn time. Samsung is just too much, and I don't even think it's Samsung. I just think it's a matter of Android fragmentation. These phones, they have several different variants. They all have to be approved through the carrier. And for instance, with the Galaxy Note 9, they couldn't update the Galaxy Note 9 Unlocked until all of the carrier updates had already taken place, which was totally backwards. So I think they have gotten better with the updates. Like for the S10, we've had at least 5 updates. I got an update waiting to install right now. But I think, the support for older devices needs to get better.
Do you think that is because there's more competition within Android phones in general versus Apple just competing with themselves? In regards to the OS?
They have specialized in that. So that's where you get into the whole Android versus iOS
True.
thing, right? They got one operating system that is guaranteed to work across every single mobile device that they own, providing your phone is powerful enough. Android, on the other hand, it's mobile. Like, they allow carriers to install stuff on it. Like, Apple don't let you do none of that crazy crap. You can't put third-party software on your phone. You can't, you get a pure Apple experience right out the box. Android phones, they come with extra launchers on them. They come with the carrier's iteration of the OS, and that causes problems when it comes to delivering updates because there's more stuff that they got to make sure that works. Yes.
Here's what I'm gonna say, man. When it comes to Android, if you somebody who, like Matt was saying, tries all of the competition and you try phones, you kind of get spoiled on the Google platform, getting every update super fast. So
coffee.
No other phone can compete with Google in that, right? So if you exclude your expectations with Google, and then you kind of look at everyone else is kind of on that it takes time. So it's all about your perspective. Every other platform takes time outside of Google and iOS. So if you're not locked into those two, then it is what it is.
Yep.
I think.
Also, I feel
it's
like
just good.
I was just gonna say. Also, I feel like Samsung with the new One UI, they have kind of like jumped like they get a jump on the updates. So like they'll put it in One UI before you get the actual update. So I see you, Samsung.
So I think I just wanted to touch on the price thing real quick. So I think that's a double-edged sword because, I mean, it's two in one, man. Sometimes we forget how much technology is really packed into these phones that go into our pockets, man. You got a camera, a decent camera, a lot of times multiple cameras. You have processors in these phones that are more powerful than computers of 6 years ago. You have fast memory in them. You have screens in them. You have large batteries in them. You have GPS. You basically have an entire computer in your pocket. This type of power in a mobile device was unheard of 10 years ago. So part of it is like the smaller and smarter smaller you make stuff, the more expensive it gets. That's why the MacBook Pro is more expensive than the iMac when it comes to a power versus cost versus performance ratio. So you got to keep that in mind. However, do I really think
Iconic
that
Mods just dropped that paper. I just want to acknowledge.
paper in
Hey,
the
paper,
building.
paper.
Give me my money.
But at the same time, like companies are in it to make money. No company is making stuff to just for shits and giggles. They're in it to make a profit.
Yep.
So y'all gotta be mindful of that. We're basically walking around with high power computers in our pockets that, this technology was unheard of 10 years ago.
Yep.
So I'm not mad.
Spectacular Gadget just said we're walking around with laptops in our pocket.
Age of facts. So I'm not
Yep.
mad when a phone company is asking $1,000 because it might not have cost them $1,000 to make it, but when you put all them hours of research into R&D and problem solving and distribution and all of that stuff, the money has to come from somewhere. And I get maybe they're charging a little bit more for it, but again, how much you can't just single it out to smartphones, bro. Like you're getting ripped in every single purchase you make. You know what I'm saying? I used to work in retail, dog. I used to see how much that I used to work at cell phone retail about 10 years ago. I used to see the markup from the amount, like a car charger, the company pays $2 for it. They turn around and sell that same car charger for $37.99. So, like, the company got to make their money from somewhere. I do think the flip side to that is, the costs are not going to come down. So we might as well just get used to it. The costs are not going to come down when it comes to flagship because number one, we keep buying it. That's the first problem. We keep buying it. So as long as we buying it, they have zero reason. Like if you was running a business, you wouldn't lower your cost if people was buying it. Why would you? So you can't expect them to do the same thing. And like I said, the other thing is I do think that it costs them money to make it. So I'm not mad at them asking $1,000 for a mobile phone with all the capability these phones have in this day and age.
And I also got to throw in there, man, like if we look at like just the camera alone, like not even talking about all of the other features that comes with an actual phone itself. We look at just based on the cameras alone. If you're buying a camera that's a DSLR or a mirrorless camera that is a 4K camera, it is going to somewhat cost you from anywhere from $1,000 to $1,000 and up, depending on which camera that you get. So for me, when I'm looking at these phones in general, I'm looking at that as an aspect. Like, okay, I'm looking at the iPhone 10s Max has a great camera that's in it. The Pixel has a great camera that's in it. The Note 10 has a great camera that's in it. So these are 4K quality cameras that we now have in our pockets. And so if we're looking at it like that and saying that if a company is able to put that into a phone, yes, to me, I'm willing to pay that because I know from me what I use that phone for, what I can get out of it. Now, and I think this kind of segues into the smaller phones, like as far as why companies are coming out with the regular Note 10 side, the different variations of Note 10s, as well as Pixel coming out with their 3A and then iPhone coming out with the 10R. It's because people still want to have these phones, but they may not have that flagship price, flagship money in their pocket. So I think it's just we have to look at it like that, like where we are as creators. That's why if you look at the actual event, the Note 10 event, they geared the very beginning of it towards creators, which was very smart because honestly, it's creators that are buying these high-end flagship phones. It's not really the general population that's actually buying the flagship models. It's creators because I personally believe that that's who those phones are necessarily made for. And then they give us the 10Rs, the regular Note 10, the Pixel 3a for the regular consumer who still wants a lot of that power, but may not be able to afford the flagship model.
That's a very good point. That one thing I want to throw out there before CJ go. So we live in an age where even the mid-range phones are more powerful than the flagships of 2 to 3 years ago.
Exactly.
So like 10 years ago, saying that I got a mid-range phone, like, yeah, bro, you got an Obama phone. You know what I'm saying? But like in today's age, a mid-range phone is more than powerful enough to do every single thing you need. So being able to buy one of them joints at a reduced cost is still like that's a win-win for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the because I did a whole video on this. I'm not saying that the mid tier versions of those phones are cheap, because they not. Some of those mid tiers, you're talking $750, $800 for those phones. It's still not cheap, but again, you're still not paying that top end $1,100, $1,300, whatever after tax. So
Hey, I want to bring up some of the comments from the people. Also, I think low key, y'all might be surprised. I think phone prices might start they might start leveling out. Don't be surprised if you see them trying to come down a little bit in a little while. 'Cause look at the efforts. Look at this. Even this Note 10 is a testament to that.
yep.
And
I thought that was gonna be higher, to be honest.
it's gonna be interesting. Watch going forward. So Versatile was saying, it would be nice if companies started creating good displays that can output 4K, that could complement our smartphones. Stop investing so much in laptop and tablet market. What I will say to you, Versatile, if you had a 4K display, you wouldn't be able to see it play.
Yeah,
It's too small of a screen.
Mobile, so why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. They know that the average person ain't streaming in 4K. A lot of people don't even have that
Y'all
capability.
don't even watch my stuff in 4K, player. That's why I went to 1080.
Don't even have the internet speeds to support 1080p. Most people don't even have internet speed to support a constant 1080p stream.
Exactly.
So, you know, it don't make sense for them to keep putting. It don't make sense for them to slap a 4K display in a phone that they know 95% of people cannot watch in 4K.
And I'm gonna be
Matt
honest,
said
even if
something
they did
interesting.
even if they did put the 4K display in there, guess what? That price is gonna go up.
And your
And
battery
then we're gonna be
be
complaining
trash.
about price and your battery.
And
gonna
battery.
die. So,
Matt had a really good comment. He put his prediction is that 5G will drive cost of hardware down because computation will be done in the cloud. Just need a fast connection. That's an interesting point of view right there. I'm not so fond of that cloud stuff, but I think he's right.
And then the last thing I wanted to say real quick is, bro, I don't know if you ever looked at a 1080p versus a 2K display on a mobile device. There's not enough room on that display for you to actually be able to recognize the pixel density. That's why that's why people say that the iPhone 10R, the display is still amazing, because the human eye can't discern that level of detail that close. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of ridiculous for them to put 4K in it, because you can't tell the difference on a 5-inch screen between 2K and 4K. Now you can tell the difference.
I think he said what he mean is tablet size monitors. So what do you mean, putting 4K on the tablet?
On the S6?
Or foldable displays. Yeah, I could see that tech vendors that foldable displays at some point will have 4K.
That would make sense.
All right, man. We could talk about hardware all freaking night. There's one more thing I want to talk about real quick. And
what's that, Terry?
It's just kind of to go back, is that y'all know I'm always trying to motivate folks, is to circle back to the whole like creating your own opportunities, right? Because I feel like somebody got to say it, and I'm gonna say it. I just think in our community, there's a lot of, and I said this with Viper when Viper got into it with a few cats. You know, I don't never stick my nose in it, but you have to get out there and create your opportunities. There's too much sitting around waiting for a company to send you an email, waiting for a new, opportunity, or sitting around complaining that you didn't get an opportunity, because there was a whole lot of that going around. And I just think that you really need to step back as a creator and realize that if you didn't get an opportunity, it's either because you weren't working hard enough or because it's not time for you to have that opportunity yet. I go through a lot of times where I get rejected from companies I might send proposals to. I might get, not invited to an event or something like that. But when I don't get invited, like even though I do feel some type of way, I'm not gonna sit here and lie about that. CJ and Devin know that, but I don't let that stop me. You know what I'm saying? I still continue to, all right, man, maybe that wasn't the opportunity for me. Maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe I didn't work hard enough. Those are reasons why opportunities do not come your way. You gotta create your own opportunities. I can't stand for people to sit there and complain about shit when they didn't put no work in. But I'm sorry for cussing. You gotta put the work in when you want something. And that's just facts.
Hey, I just want I want to say this too, man. Like, if I told all of y'all right now, yo, you could come and you can be a part of XYZ, but you have to pay your way. How many of y'all would come out of pocket to be a part of XYZ? How dedicated are y'all to like what Terry said, when opportunity don't come, to still stick it out? Like kind of what I was saying earlier, man. Like, you can't ever give up, man. You can't ever stop. If this is for real, what you really into, and this is what you really trying to do, you gonna keep going. You gonna keep grinding. You're not even gonna look at it as a loss. You're not gonna look at it. You're not gonna compare. You're just gonna grind, because you know your day gonna come. When you have confidence in yourself and your abilities to like achieve what you trying to achieve, man, you ain't worried about none of that other nonsense. So I think you just need to really focus on what you trying to do. And like man, I don't know if y'all saw that video about the first time, like my first trip to like the Samsung event, not the Unpack, but in 368. Like, man, me and Devin, man, we drove 4 to 5 hours and then caught a flight for another couple hours and a half. Like, how many of y'all willing to do that? Like, that's what creating your own opportunity is. And, you know what I mean? I ain't going to get too much in detail, but I'm just telling you, man, like, we put in a lot of work and effort, and we continuing to do that, put in that work and effort just to, put ourselves in a certain place to, like, move to the closer and closer to where we trying to be. So it's really, really on you. Your life is where it is because of you. A lot of people like to put blame on someone else, on something else. A lot of people like to say it's this group of people, it's that group of people. No, it's you. And the second you realize that and you own where you are is because of who you are, that's the minute you blow up. So that's all I got to say, player.
That was powerful, CJ. Like, before Devin go, like I said this in one of my motor vlogs before, like where you are right now at this very second is basically all of your choices, all of your actions in your adult life leading up to this point. So the spot you're sitting in right now is a result of all of your decisions. Everything that you did in your life, in your adult life, right now is all a culmination of all of that coming together. So you can't sit there and point blame at nobody else because you don't have the opportunities you want, because you're not in the spot you want to be at. If you're not there, it's your fault. It's your fault that you're not where you want to be. And that's the end of that. I'm not where I want to be, but I also realize that I'm working towards something. I think there's a difference there that we definitely got to throw out there. But if you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, it's your fault. You a grown up. It's your fault.
Yep. I mean, to piggyback off of that, man, every morning or majority of the mornings when I'm on my way to work, my main job, I'm always on my IG stories in the morning. Like, for those that's out there that have caught it, at the very end of it, I always say the same thing. I always say, do something. Oh, my Siri is going off. Do something. Do that. What is that one thing that you're going to do that day that's going to get you one step closer to your goals?
Yep.
For me, I make sure I'm doing something, whether it's creating an idea for a video, whether it's writing raps for my rap tech videos, or whether it's doing something, filming or editing or whatever. I'm doing something that day, whether it's big or small. I'm doing something, whether it's sending an email to a company I want to work with, or whether it's replying back to a company. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like El Jefe said it out there. He said, I still get rejected 9 out of 10 times from companies, even at 18,000 subscribers, y'all. He said he chalks it up to bad timing on his part or whatever, but he's got to keep working. And man, El Jefe, I'm right there with you, bro. Like, there's so many days where I'm sending emails to companies, man, and and I never stop. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like, and I know Terry and CJ, they get on me, but like, I will shoot for the stars, man. Like, when I'm pitching to companies, like, I shoot for it. Like, I don't I don't look at like, and we've had this conversation offline,
Devin
but
be
like
trying to
I
get
don't.
the Hollywood set budget. That player be trying to get the reds with
Hey,
the with
But
the
it'd be mad
with
fire,
with
bro.
the
It'd be
like
with
mad
the
I,
drone
fire.
works and all that.
but but like I shoot for it though, because my thing is I never know what may actually come from it, because I know my level of talent, and I know what I can actually provide. I think the biggest thing is that as a creator, that took me a while, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm just now feeling like I'm coming into my own space where I feel like now I have something that I can offer to companies, and I'm starting to see that more companies are wanting what I have to offer. But I'm finally at a point where I'm like, okay, I can zero down in on exactly what I can offer to these companies and what they actually want from me in return. And and we kind of get a balance on that. So I mean, yeah, El Jefe, I'm in the same boat as you, bro. Like I don't I pitch deals, and I pitch crazy deals. I pitch them, and what all they can say is no. All they can say is no. But like he said, nine times out of 10, there's gonna be that one that will be like, okay, we'll take a chance on you.
Devin,
And
yeah, yeah.
and maybe if it may not be the budget that I want or whatever. Like you just gotta make it happen, man. Like no matter how late or early. For example, I got a deal with a company. Y'all will see the video coming really soon. Where actually this is the last live stream. I was in an Airbnb for a reason. Yeah, I could have took what they gave me and left it at that and just made my video in my own space. But I want to invest in myself, invest in the business, so that way, if another company sees that video, then they can be like, okay, well, we see the quality and effort that he put into that video, and that can help propel me to something else, whether it's going to a Samsung event or whether it's Google wanting to do something or whether it's another company want to do something. But I feel like if you are grinding, man, and you're creating your own opportunities and not waiting for somebody else to give you validation for your own talent, because again, at the end of the day, we are all putting the same amount of work. We all have the same craft to be able to create these videos and different things. The difference is how hard or how many hours are you willing to put into it to make your goals come true. So
Yo, I just wanted to send a personal shout out to C Kid because I've seen personally some of C Kid's proposals. And let me tell you something. You have not seen a proposal until you've seen a C Kid proposal. Seeing his proposals literally made me step back. Like, it kind of unlocked my mind to the possibilities of what I can ask a company to do, providing I know I can deliver value to them. But it was just mad inspiring. Like, bro, I would never think to ask for something like that because in my small minded brain, no company would ever entertain that. But looking at him, I literally see him fire off these, I mean, seemingly ridiculously idea proposals and them say yes. And for me, that was super inspiring. So I did want to just send a shout out to C Kid on that, man. You inspired me to kind of unlock my mind when it comes to pitching deals at pitching proposals at brands, or when brands hit me up, talk about they want this, they want that. No, man, this is how I want it to go, and this is how it's gonna go if you want to work together. So big shout out to that. CJ, anything else you want to add before we turn this last corner?
Hey, I just want to say, Devin be asking for stuntmen and stunt doubles, and he be asking for
ridiculous.
Hey, I
pyrotechnics.
need a team, baby. I need a team.
Yeah, man. He be asking for like the Brooklyn Stadium, all kind of man. Hey, I'm telling you, it be wild, man. It got movies coming in this joint.
Man,
Hey, yeah.
but
Hey, stay
brands
tuned,
be
y'all. Stay
saying
tuned, y'all.
yes.
I'm
Brands
big
be
trolling.
saying yes. But
Nah,
yeah, I'm gonna go
yeah.
ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring us around this last corner, man. Just some news for y'all real quick, man. We are working on something very special, something really dope for this live stream. Make sure y'all stay tuned. I will say it involves BH Photo, so we, all the details aren't worked out, but we are trying to, bring something super dope to the stream, partnering with BH Photo. In typical fashion at the end of every stream, like if there's stuff y'all want us to talk about on the next stream, drop them freaking ideas, man. If y'all want to donate before the stream is over, if you want to throw $1, $2, whatever, make sure you do that. Drop that link. And yeah, if y'all got questions, man, drop those, and then we can go ahead and wrap this up. So that's all I got. I'm gonna shut up. I did enough talking in this live stream.
Yo, I got a piggy on what Iconic Mod said. He said you can't expect companies to invest in your goals if you don't invest in yourself first.
And that's a fact.
Man, that's a fact. A big fact. Guys. I couldn't have said that better. Iconic.
Can you make
Hey,
it?
Devin didn't
That's-
shrink his
that's
screen this
Yo, I
stream. You
ain't
know,
shrink.
look.
I ain't shrink this time.
Look, you know
Hey,
what?
man.
You know what it was iconic when he was in Airbnb. He was
in
acting
there.
Hollywood. I told you he be renting them stunt man. That was his stunt double, man. There's something going down crazy.
Yo, I low key can't wait for y'all to see that video though. I
Hey,
got it's some fire on the way.
Look at him. Look, I told you,
Yo,
man. He
it's
got
some
the
fire.
Hollywood budget over there. Look.
Hey, yo, it's some fire on the way, y'all.
What's crazy is Devin's stunt double still had on an extra undershirt. That was wild to me. But yeah, we got a couple questions real quick. How to ask a brand
Yeah, I
for
beat
stuff?
you,
That's a
Hefe.
good. That's a good question.
Where was it?
How to ask a brand for
stuff.
Who asked that question? Where is that?
tech for your needs. And we, that's
how
a
to
great
ask a brand for stuff. All right, player.
So
yeah.
and I'm gonna give you
sauce,
some,
or do you want the sauce?
You want the
Like,
sauce.
You want the exclusive?
Hey, text for your needs. You want the exclusive, or you just want a little bit.
You ain't subscribed to Hustle to Create yet, have you? You know what I'm saying?
Right, you
I'm
gotta
about to
go
write-
in there. Hustle to Create, man.
I'm
He
about to
breaks
write
all
that
that
down.
down.
I will tell
Well,
you
nah, I
one
don't give
question
you the
you
sauce
need
yet. I
to
got
ask
you.
yourself is what is it you want out of it? It's three things you need to consider before we jump into that. What's the value to the company, not to you? Okay, that's number one. Number two, are you trying to get a free product or are you trying to get money?
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all a nugget, man.
To be continued. Don't give too much, Devin. All
Don't
right,
get
go
too.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up.
To be continued on the next stream.
Don't drop the little nugget.
No,
player.
you gotta leave it with the cliffhanger,
Hey, take
bro.
for your needs. Come back next week, G. We got you.
Yeah. I got a little nugget for you. Tech for your needs.
This is a good topic. Building relationships with brands was only effective for me at CES. Not having much luck with emails and social media. That's a topic. I know Devin
That's
will
a
want to
great
talk
topic.
about that one.
Building relationships with brand was. Only
Hey, can you screenshot that one, Devin, from Matt?
Yeah.
And screenshot the one from Tech for Your Knees.
Yeah. I got it.
But I will say this,
Right.
without going too much. If it don't work, change it.
Yo, Matt, I can definitely touch on that next week, bro. I was at CES last year or earlier this year.
CES
Under a
2020
brand.
coming, player.
Y'all ain't even ready for when we all gonna be out. When we all gonna be at CES 22, man, hey, it's gonna be a problem. That's all I'm gonna
Terry
say.
got that insane Boca. Terry got that electronic. See, that's the electronic Boca, but it's booming.
It's booming,
Samsung
though.
need to take a page out of this book because this is how you do it.
CJ under investigation.
Hey,
that's hilarious, bro.
Hey, iconic
man.
roasting, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Hey, but you know, I kind of
gotta join the roast session.
you gotta be ready to get that back, man, because we don't play
Devin
games.
straight Hollywood. Fact, you see him over there? He got 8K. That's 8K. He
Hey,
over there
yo,
streaming in.
I'm branding this essential water right here, man.
Wait, nah, they ain't pay us. Man, you better knock it off. Oh, get that out of here.
I'm definitely planning on being at CES. Yo, El Jefe, definitely, man. I cannot stress enough how important it is as a creator to be at CES. I cannot stress it enough.
Hey, I got another question to y'all because y'all all creators, and this would be a topic we'll talk about down the road. Who going to Vid Summit or who trying to go to Vid Summit? I need to see. Can I get a roll call, Vid Summit roll call? Or who want to go? Anybody?
Yeah, I'll be. I'm putting. You know what? I'm putting it out there. This is going back to what we talked about.
Terry will be there.
I will be at Vid Summit, whether I gotta sell one of these dang on kids in this house, whether I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah. El Jefe say I'm going to drive to CES, sleep in the car if need be.
That's dedication for you.
Dedication, bro.
All right, man. So we got a few good questions. I gotta go.
El Jefe say he's gonna be in the vicinity. We gonna have to link up, El Jefe.
Yeah, RP3, yo, yeah. It was dope hanging with you, bro.
Wait,
you
was hanging with him?
RP3 Tech. Yeah, RP3 Tech Reviews was there. I actually met him at CES.
Oh, you said CES. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, hold up, was he at Samsung, man?
Nah, cool dude.
Yeah, Vid Summit at one point, but harder to get there from Canada. The tech vendors.
Oh, hold on, real quick.
Canada, okay,
bro.
Shout out to Canada.
5 subs to 7,000. Let's get it.
Oh, for Terry. Hey, if you're not subscribed to Terry
right
Warfield, go
now,
subscribe
go
to Terry Warfield right now.
Let's get him to that 7K. Everybody tweet it out. Let's go. Let's get Terry to 7K. Let's do it.
But I think that's it, man. So thank y'all to everybody that attended, man. We will be back next Sunday, with the same business as usual. Me being a loud mouth, Devin in his undershirts, and CJ in the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God!
That's all I got, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all that stopped through the stream tonight.
Look, Hefe is on it. He dropped Terry's YouTube link. Go ahead, smash that link, y'all.
Everybody go bum rush it right now.
I know Hefe. Hey, look, man.
I don't know why my YouTube link does that, man. Because I have a custom URL. That's actually an old URL back when my YouTube channel.
I mean, Terry ain't fixed it, player. YouTube,
right? You can go in and fix it.
Nah, but if you do Terry Warfield, it works though.
It do work. So I'm confused. I don't know how that works, but either way, it should lead you to the same place. So go, 5 more, and that's it. But that's my daughter.
2020 needs to make that trip. Matt, definitely make the trip, bro.
So, is that a wrap on tonight's live stream?
Appreciate everybody.
Y'all ready to drop this fire music? Hey, man, we should have had your rap tech audio loaded up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But we don't. That's so unfortunate.
Big slack. And
I still got
the video and everything. Hey, next week.
Next week. I still got to get the video, cracking for the intro in this one. Next
time.
Just
so y'all know, I am creating a new rap diss song. So just make sure that y'all, stay on the lookout for that. Stay on the lookout for that.
All right, y'all. We gonna see you next week.
See you when we see you.
Piece of chicken grease. Hey, roll that fire music, bro.
It's already rolling.
Oh, there we go.
It's already going. Oh, that mean they can hear it. Hold up.
Welcome to the cafe, about to give you live stream play-by-play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo, stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, cafe. Whoa, 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey. Welcome to the cafe, about to give you live stream play-by-play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo, stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, cafe. Whoa, 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey.